Who's our Darren Larson?
New Zealand boys.
Oh, true.
I think so.
Who's that? That's New Zealand.
Yeah, I think it's the New Zealand boys. Dave Roygaard's driving the Australians around on his bus.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
So we got, my time is 10 minutes to live. We've got national anthems and things that they're going to put in.
Well, boys. Have a
Wife's
good
home.
game, mate.
My wife's home.
Oh, she? She's going, where the hell are you? Why is my bathroom not finished?
That's it.
That's it.
So it's just a matter of, hello, we've lost screen again. Oh no, we're
There we
there
go.
again. Ben's playing with the bloody buttons.
Have a jet plane.
Sue looks bloody cold.
She's going, Christ, who signed me up for this?
Russell!
Might be warmer in Carlisle than here.
Drambuie's. Half-time Drambuie's ago, right, eh?
Oh.
Imagine that. Mate, we'd be dangerous.
So is that the New Zealand schools team you think they're letting them?
I think so. So it's really up to you when you want to go live more than anything, with the fact that teams are lining up to run out and all those sorts of things. It's. What do you think, KJ?
9 minutes because
I'll check with Gregan. Gregs, you there? When do you want us to go live with the teams lining up? Do you want to see all that running out onto the paddock and things? Okay, so we might as well go live now then, eh? Okay. Yeah, we'll go. I think we can talk about a bit of what's going on beforehand and watch the teams coming out. Good place to set the scene. So we've got no comms to see. Yeah, whenever you are. A very good afternoon and welcome along to the heart of the Waikato here in New Zealand and Hamilton as we get underway with it's going to be a fantastic next week of rugby union with teams from Samoa, Australia and New Zealand competing for what is the next All Blacks, the next Australians, the next Samoan internationals. I'm Graham Inty-Mead, part of the commentary team for the next 7 days. Joining me is Carl Johnson, or KJ. He's not only a good, hell of a good rugby coach, but he also looks after the grounds and grass around Seddon Park and FMG Stadium here in Hamilton. KJ, big 7 days in front of us.
Yeah, good afternoon, Minty. Yeah, massive, 7 matches over 3 games and 3 days. And what's really exciting is I think you pointed out that there is the potential All Blacks and Wallabies and Manu Samoa players that we're going to see today and over the next 7 games. And really excited, mate. I'm actually looking forward to the style of rugby that some of these teams will play. So, yeah, mate, I'm really excited.
Under 18, it's going to be first 15 rugby at next level, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it'd be really interesting, like some of these guys are, we've looked at them as they've warmed up. There's some big lads out there, and they look very, very fit. So,
big?
Aren't they?
Massive. But you go through the bios. We've got New Zealand athletic champions. We've got, in the Australian team, we've got Brad Fittler's son. We've got, 2 other Wallaby sons in there. We've got people who've won javelins and athletics and Marty Cup rowing. And, man, these kids are all sports people of magnificence.
Didn't we see there was a 0.5 golf handicap in there? That's
0.5.
0.5. And also, I'm excited too that these young men have got the opportunity to be coached by some ex-international players, some absolute legends, the Liam Meesums and the Paul Titos and of the likes, which is great that these guys are involved with the development of these young men.
Welcome to you, wherever you are around the world. It's nice to have you in on the stream, brought to you by SBI and the New Zealand Rugby. It's great to have Sue on the camera and Ben doing the graphics for us up there. We're known as Minty and KJ. We do a fair bit of radio work around the Waikato and have a lot of fun doing it. 2 teams that are running out today. It is Australia. They'll be playing from, as you see on the screen, lined up there is the Waikato Schools team to bring out the Barbarians between them. But for the Australian team today, number 1 is Kingsley Ace. Number 2 is John Grenfell. Number 3 is Edwin Lani. Number 4, William Ross. Number 5, Isaac Fanua. And number 6, Eli Lani. Number 7, Tom Robinson, the captain, of course, son of a Wallaby. Number 8 is Lamoto. Number 9, Angus Grover. 10, Jonty Fowler. In the midfield is Joshua Takai and Frankie Goldsborough. On the wings is Hamasi Makasini and Thomas Howard, and at the back is Rex Bathwaite. In the reserves, Edward Kruger, Nicholas Hill, Jonah Rangiwai, Avery Thompson, Luca Cleverly, Sam Blank, Finn Mackay, and Zach Fittler, son of the league sensation, Brad Fittler. For the New Zealand side, we've got Rahurui. Palmer is number 1, Alani Fakava is number 2. Tamiano Alu is in 3. Max Valair is in 4. Fraser Brown 5. Gregor Rutledge, son of Jason, grandson of Lester Rutledge, All Black. Mika Farley is the captain in 7. Rupini Raviara is in 8. Mitchell Swan 9. 10 is Mika Mulianina, who is the nephew of Mills Mulianina, the All Black, and he commentates rugby all around the country now. And then we go in the midfield, Pyrenees Boyle Tia, Raymana Saunders and Ruafei, and on the wings, Latasi Etu Ali and Whanua Fa'ave on the wings, and Rios Tasmania is at the back. Bronson van der Hayden is in 16, Presley McHugh 17, Dane Johnson 18, Harry Law is in 19, Drew Berg McLean in 20, Benji Nason 21, 21 is David Lewi, and 21 Jack Wiseman. And of course, over to you, Foxy, over to you, KJ. What have we got for conditions, and what have we got for refereeing today?
Yeah, weather-wise, it's actually very, very cool here. There's been a strong northeasterly wind, and as we look at the screen, it'll be from our right to the left and which way the wind's going.
It's not a strong wind, it's howling.
Well, it was howling. Let's drop down a little bit.
Yeah,
We just had a little skiff of rain come through before it. It says it's 17 degrees, but, mate, I've had to upgrade from the bucket hat to the woolly hat because it is a wee bit fresh. Talking about a little bit of rain later, condition-wise, Joe Hollier and his ground staff here have done a great job. The field is actually very firm. They've actually verti-drained, punched some holes in it in case it did rain, so they've been very proactive. So ground's looking outstanding. Our referees for the day, for this game, referee is Ben Willerton, assistant referee Tim Olive, and the second assistant referee is Jonathan Crosby, who I'm sure are looking forward to this tournament as much as we are.
As both teams come out onto the St Paul's ground for the first game of 7 here in the Waikato, these are big lads. There are some huge individuals here at under 18, and you've got to know some of these people are going to play higher on as it goes forward.
Oh, and I'm just looking at some of these guys, and I've got a couple of young lads at home, Minty, as you know, and they eat us at our house and home. Can you imagine what the mums and dads who are watching in now on this live streaming is the amount of food that these guys do eat, because there are some big lads there.
And of course, the ball boys today are
Bullboys today, run by Tony Hall, who does a great job with the ball kids. Oliver Bow, Levi Rayner, Nixon Vet, Cooper Silverton, and Cooper Connigan.
as we get ready for the national anthems. Well, welcome back as we get ready to get underway here in Hamilton. St Paul's Collegiate is the home and venue of today, and next Thursday, Sunday, we'll be down at FMG Stadium. Of course, the New Zealand schoolboys taking on the Australian schools as well in the test match down there. Nice to have you along wherever you joined in. My name's Graham Minty Mead. Carl Johnson, or KJ, we're known as Minty and KJ. We're bringing the commentary over the next 7 days. Fantastic rugby football we're looking forward to. The best of anything as the Barbarians lay out a challenge to the visiting Australians. So we get underway. The wind stopped. The temperatures warmed up until about 20 minutes ago. There was basically a howling wind coming from the northeast, and it was blowing fairly steadily, and it was about 18 degrees on the temperature chart, but we reckon it was down to about 4 degrees on the heat chart.
Geez, man, you've got to say, isn't it something special about the haka being done? And I'm sure that it'll be interesting whether some of these Australian young men have actually faced a haka before and what's going through their minds. I mean, this would be something pretty new for them.
Well, yeah, it's just another game. It's another challenge, another way of going through things.
You've seen the Barbars haka was pretty outstanding. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, mate. It's outstanding.
Just we get ready to go, the Australians still, I'd say they need to keep themselves warm because this isn't Brisbane weather.
No, it's not.
My family's in Brisbane, and I can guarantee it is not Brisbane weather right now.
And just you say that, the wind has actually dropped down and it's just warmed up a degree or two, which will be very interesting, though, that I'm sure that all teams will use this wind as a factor today, and the Barbarians will have the wind behind them for this first 40 minutes, and I'm sure they will use it as one of their strategies around getting the pull down the other end of the ground and capitalising from there.
So the kickoff is going to be taken by Jonty Fowler. Australia won the toss. They've decided to play what was into the wind, which is disappearing very, very quickly. Ben Brownlee gets everything underway. We get underway in Hamilton. Game 1, 40 minutes each way. Taken in by the Barbarians, and they come straight at. Good tackle by Tom Robinson, the captain for Australia. Gets the ball on the ground. Straight away running left. Barbars with a good set. They're going to go blind, just looking to make some mileage up the middle of the paddock. Oh, that wind's going to take that kick all the way down. Bastonwaite takes the ball at 15. He cuts both ways. Got a bit of speed. Oh, he gets monstered by the big prop Palmer for the Barbarians in red. Running ball, Ross. Big, tall lock for the Australians, making good mileage. Out to the number 8. Bit of a cut round. Oh, up quickly and putting him on the ground is Sanderson Ruafe, the 13 for the Barbarians. And the turnover, number 7.
Great line speed there from the Barbars to get up on top of the Australians so early on. And I mean, this will be a game where they're going to be, they would have never played against each other before. So I can see that there's going to be testing time is going to be required. And as the first 5-8 for the Barbars, Mulienda is going to kick the sideline for the Barbars to take the line out.
Not wanting to take the points, backing their line out.
Oh, confidence. Young men these days, they love this going to set piece. And this will be interesting because we talked about the Australians are some big young men. So this will be very interesting that the hooker
Palmer
will need to be on.
Oh, quick line out. No waiting around here. Straight into the hands of Fale, the captain for the Barbars, number 7. Oh, driving more towards the line. Australia grouping, trying to hold them up. They're closer, and they're over. Referee Ben Brownlee's going to award the try. 5-0. The Barbarians are going to lead after just a couple of minutes.
Wow, wasn't it just great? Great set piece, and then from the line, and the quick ball was really surprised the Australians, and they came through plenty of numbers, and it actually made that look quite easy. And I'm sure that's a massive confidence booster for the Barbarians, so they can put 5 points on just after 2 minutes. And with the kick to come with the The kicker for the Barbarians is Boya Tia, so it'll be interesting if he can put the 2 points on and make it 7-0.
His brother Manaaki Boyle Tia is the hooker, number 2 for the Waikato NPC side.
Yeah.
So there's lots of history, and we look at the likes of the number 7 for the team, Gregor Rutledge, son of Jason, who played for Southland, and grandson of Lester, who was an All Black. There's, again, in the Australian side as well, many players like that.
As he lines up for straight over the dot, that's 7-0, and Barbarians, after 2 minutes and 40 minutes, is 5-0, 7-0, my apologies, as we head back up now, and the Australians will kick off, and they're going to go, by the looks of it, to the left-hand side or to the pavilion side of the field.
Back to halfway in a hurry. It's put down. Jonty Fowler kicks the ball deep down inside Barbar's territory. They have this wind at the back of them. Long carry on the ball. Passing the weight with the ball. Runs straight up. Big step too. Oh, it doesn't quite get past the big number 8 of Raviawa. Puts them on the ground, but Australians still have the ball. They're going to come left. Nice set too. They've gone to ground. Barbar's trying to get across the top, but ball's up again. They've swung around, go back to the left. Into the hands of their big number 7, Robinson, the captain, showing the way at the moment. Numbers for Australia out to the left. Good ground too, up to the halfway. Nicely presented. They're going to go blind, and there's a big gap down the blind side. Good mileage made by their number 11, Makasini. Barbar's trying to counter-ruck. It's out there, and it's got out for the penalty. Taking on the halfback coming through, says the referee, Ben Willerton.
Yeah, there's a good little play there, bit of play there from Australia, Minty, and they'll be wanting to, I guess, just slow down things a little bit. The Barbars have come out at pace early on, so he's kicked the sideline for another set-piece line out for the Australians.
First line out for Australia. Grenfell with the throw. Couple of big tall units, the 4 and 5 in the middle of there, Ross and Fanua. Very, very tall bits of timber at the front of the line out. I don't think they'll be throwing long with this wind.
And as we say that, we went long. It was knocked on by the Barbarians. And
breakthrough.
And a break from the number 8.
Lamoto. Look at this, through the middle, gonna score, the big number 1. Kingsley Ace. Wow.
And yeah, that's just numbers for Australia there, and they went through the gap, and the Barbars weren't able to get across to defend the line, and the Kingsley it was who's gone across the line for a great try for Australia.
Yeah, look, he ran onto that ball super hard, and
he's a
great try.
Big boy too, and this is where New Zealand, well, the Barbars are going to need to be around their defence, and need to be getting in and the crash tackles early on and going low, because you can just see some of these boys are big boys, and you try and compete with them standing up, and quite often you see that in the coaching that I do. A lot of players try to compete with big boys up, and you just struggle, and you need to be going lower.
Well, yeah, look, it's just running hard. Look, you look at it, and if you run hard at gaps, you're going to make distance, and the Australians did that really well.
Across the advantage line, it's like a game of chess. You just, move after move after move. You get down the paddock, you do what you do, get points on the board, come back, go again.
Into the wind too. They're going to looking to tie it all up. 7-all. Been a good first 5 minutes of footy.
Jonty Fowler, the kicker. Yep.
That'll tie it up at 7-all.
That'll do. 7-all after 5 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a high-scoring game to start, Mindy. Maybe this is the flavour of the tournament with these young lads. There's going to be a lot of running the ball around and putting lots of points on the board.
Ball Tia comes back to halfway. Barbars launched out to the left. Some big boys in that middle of the row of the Barbars side as well. Down into the hands of the 22. Straight up the middle. Geez, that's a good run. Nothing like taking the ball well after scoring points and getting a good drive up the middle of the paddock. Little halfback's going to pop it up in the air. It's going to get blown back. That's Grover. Oh, it's allowed to bounce. It's all over the place. Knocked on. Oh, I don't think it was knocked on. Yeah, knocked on by the Australians going through. Just bounced off.
Yeah, Fanua was just unlucky there that it actually just knocked on, because the Barbars were very hesitant to have one man take the ball, and ended up by bouncing between two of them. Fanua came through, and he actually was unlucky to knock it on. It would have been
7 gone. It's 7-all. First scrum of the game.
This will be interesting, Mitch. I'd love to see a good scrum.
Front row of Ace, Grenfell and Lani for the Australians. Palmer, Fakava and Alu for the Barbarians. Little number 9, Mitchell Swan. Halfback for the Barbars up against Angus Grover.
Barbars are very flat in this scenario. I reckon they're going to hit it up either at second 5 here.
Down to ground.
Or even 8 pick up and go back to scrum.
Yeah, just on the far side. I think both of them lost traction. Mr. Brownlee talking to them saying, keep your shoulders up, keep your positioning good. Sorry, Woollerton. I keep calling him Ben Brownlee. There's 2 of them. Ben Woollerton.
Lots of Bens refereeing these days.
Well, no.
Here we go, big scrum. Barbars ball. And Mitchell Swan, the halfback for the Barbars, about to put the ball in under the hooker's feet. There it is, we're away.
Better set this time. Good drive from the Australians, but going to be one of those wipers kicks going all the way back. Great positioning back there. The 14 got back there. Thomas Howard, and that's been cleared out onto the chairs behind us. Good clearing kick. 14 read that exceptionally well. He saw what was coming early, KJ, and he whipped himself back into the 22, make the catch.
Yeah, really important for the back 3 to work together, particularly with this wind.
For Carver, up they go, off the top ball, straight off the top. Running ball for the Barbars into centre field, the 7 again. Farley, the captain, by Jinkers, he runs hard, low and solid. Running ball for the Barbars, gaps out there. Ball's gone down, kick through, away we go, look out. Oh, he's picked it up, but it's coming back for the knock on. Marcassini.
He's got some wheels
Wow.
too, hasn't he? He was hoofing through there like he put his foot on the accelerator and he was away. Just unlucky there was a little knock on back on halfway.
Yeah, I think when the tackle took place, just came off an arm. The Australians up very flat, very quick in defence and shut down the Barbars running game.
Jeez, he looks dangerous though, doesn't he?
Well,
Marcassini, he's a big boy and he looks extremely quick. So
the centre for Australia, Frankie Goldsborough, big solid centre. Lots of size and chatting furiously at his inside backs.
looked like he'd be a great 6, wouldn't he? 6 on his back. What do you reckon?
You wouldn't want to be in the forwards.
No, true, no. You love the stuff out here, the ball in hand.
Big scrum from Australia. It's put Barbars under pressure, but they've still got it. Boyle Tier in centre field. Takes the crash ball, gets tackled well by the 10 of Fowler. Running ball the 4. William Ross. Wrap around again. Farley, he just keeps coming at them. Fraser. Max Farley, the number 4 with a bit of a run. Yeah, going to drag the penalty. The Australians are offside, and I think the little halfback knew that.
Because it was a little unusual
Swan.
for Swan there to have a little kick because there were that many players around and the ball wasn't going to. But he obviously had heard the referee's call that was an advantage being played.
So we're going to go to the corner again.
Yeah, Micah Farley, the ex-St John's number 7, the captain of the Barbars. And
Plays out of Hamilton Old Boys.
he does, yes. Got a great mullet too, I love it. Maybe I'm just jealous because I don't
Not
have
too
any
many
here.
mullets out there.
No,
They've grown up from the under-16s a bit, but nice to have you along. It's in the middle of Hamilton. We're at St Paul's Collegiate in Hamilton in the Waikato. Graham Intimead and KJ, Carl Johnson bringing you the commentary over the next 7 games. Nice to have you along wherever you are. Thanks to SBI and, of course, Adidas for bringing you this. Stolen line out from the Australians. Great steal too. Oh, running ball. His numbers out wide. Here's this big centre we talked about. He's not a 6. He's a 13. Look at the speed of him. All the way out to the left wing. Into the hands of Marcassini. And he has, thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.
Too strong. And I just love it. That is just catch and pass. Really basic stuff, but they had numbers out wide. Once they got it to him, he was away.
The
Rod.
13, Frankie Goldsborough, broke through and he set up beautifully as their 2 outsides. And there's no stopping somebody of that size and that speed. Great work from the Australians to get out there. Brilliant try.
3 on 2, you're always going to score from that. Again, just simple catch pass stuff, which is something as a coach, quite often talking to young players is that it's just very simple, but just do it really well and you will make gains.
They've always said the ball is faster than the person, and we saw that well. That was just great ball going out from the Australians. That'll please the coaches. They like that sort of stuff.
And the coach for Australian Under-18s is Shannon Fraser, who's the skills and development coach for New South Wales and the Waratahs. So he will be delighted to make a great start after 11 and a half minutes at the score of 12-7.
Kick to come. The wind has died a little. It's a little bit warmer than what it was earlier.
Still sticking to the beanie on though, Minty, around the ears a wee bit chilly.
12 minutes gone. Makes it 14 points to 7 to Australia. That's a great kick too, going across the wind.
Yeah, it's a good start from Australia, particularly because we have talked about this breeze and they're playing into it, so they're putting points on the board, and the Barbars won't want to, they'll need to score to get the score back to 14-0 because they don't want to be too far behind them having to play into the breeze in the second half.
Sometimes playing to the breeze though makes for better running back play in the backs. The ball's coming into your chest, you can grab it a lot easier.
Yeah, true.
Boyle Tiatia with a kickoff again. He's going to go down deep. It's not going to be a good kick at all. It sits well overcooked and well long.
And that's a mistake made by the Barbars to kick out on the full from after Australia scoring.
I think the wind just picked it up and whipped it to the left.
There's still a mistake made though, Mitty. Anything kicking out on the full, that is a coach killer, given that you've just been had a 7-pointer scored against you.
So first scrum put in for the Australians on halfway. Little halfback.
Angus Grover.
Yeah, tidy little player. Liking the looks of this number 8, Lamoto. Just all power and action. Looking to run with the ball in hand. Real number 8. You see them pick it up and go, and it's just neat to see.
A lot of options here for Australia too, being in the middle of the park. Oh, big scrum from the Barbars, and they've gone right.
Oh, dropped and lost. Good recovery. Tasmania, the fullback. Right up the inside. Cuts in, beats another one. Looks on his inside. Comes into the hands of Boyle Tiatia. He cuts back inside the 12 from Barbarians. Ball there, fast ball too. Palmer picks it up and has a run. The big prop, has more than a run. He makes great distance. Running ball for the Barbars. Centre field. Good ruck set. Australians claiming a turnover, but no, it's going to be a penalty to the Barbarians, centre field. Geez, that was a great run down this side by Tasmania.
Wasn't it?
Hit the ball at speed.
Cut back in as well, and because quite often a wingers can get pushed to the sideline there, but he cut back in and he got support players coming through is outstanding. And the Barbars are going to make, I think, the right decision here and have a shot at goal because, you're pretty much right in front of the posts. And quite often you see teams that make the decision to kick to the sideline. With this breeze, with the set piece at line-out time, there's mistakes made. So I think it's a sensible decision to take 3 points here, Abe.
Yeah, look, it's right in centre field too. You're not going to be able to kick it out comfortably and guarantee it. You might as well take the 3 after all. This is an international for these guys. Australia playing the New Zealand Barbarians. These are lifetime opportunities in the game of rugby football. Boys,
Tiatia comes through for the kick.
Oh,
he's missed it to the right.
Put it wide.
Has missed it right. However, the ball will be kicked back towards the Barbarians. So let's, while we're down here, let's see the Barbarians what they can do and take some advantages.
So deep kick from the Australians.
So good kick from the Australians.
Taken on the 10 by the number 10, Muliaina, nephew of Mills Muliaina, the ex-All Black. Great defence there. Big tack from Lunny, the number 3 from Australia. Little hooker. The little halfback from the Barbars runs into the shoulder of the big number 1 of Ace, the try scorer. Going nowhere at the moment, KJ. Just good defence from Australia, just really stopping them on the advantage line.
Yeah, and the Barbars using the 1-3-3-1 pod system. Here's off the 10 to a pod.
Numbers
Cut
here. Fale. Into the outside, into the hands of the winger.
Inside.
Etuale. Little halfback gets there. Swan fights his way forward. Fakava, the hooker. Good defensive line from Australia. Ball's available. Going to go round the side. Rutledge. He makes a couple and puts the ball down. They just playing it one off, keeping it in tight. They got numbers to the right.
The Barbars got a lot of numbers out to the right.
Not going to pass it. Fakava's just hanging on. Now they've got some numbers. Boyle Tiatia has a look. Oh, great pop ball. And gets over the 13.
Try.
Saunderson Ruafe.
Boy, Tiatia, who passed it on to Saunderson Ruafe, and that was a great little pass there, just a little flick inside, and that brings the score down to 14-12 to Australia with a what we thought was a simple kick before for boys, dear, but hopefully he can knock this one over. But there was great play, and on New Zealand actually had a lot of pressure. They were patient, which I love.
Probably should have gone one earlier. Fakava had another go round the side when the numbers were even more in the Barbars' favour. That's just the part of thing. You see a lot of it on TV, and they follow that. Sometimes getting it wide's a great way to go.
I just wonder whether they factored, the wind was to get it out wide was going to be challenging. So they did keep it in a lot of one-off runs there, but New Zealand, the Barbarians have scored the 5 points, which is important.
17, 18 minutes. We may have 28 points on the board. Better than point a minute. And it's over. It is 14-all.
14-all after 7.5 minutes. It's a high-scoring game, and again, I think this is what we will see a lot of in this whole tournament. Is a lot of fast-running pace rugby. These guys are super fit, super quick. Minty, I'm sure you and I would struggle massively out there chasing some of these young lads, wouldn't we?
We're prime precision athletes in our day, KJ, many years ago. Back to the halfway they come. Fowler with the ball. Going to kick it into the teeth of that wind. Really floats backwards. Been taken and run back by the Barbars. Just simple. After you score points, you catch the ball, you get yourself out of your end zone and you work your way up the paddock. It's just standard, simple footy. Muliaina. Nice kick downfield, but taken beautifully with Bathwaite. Jesus, fullback's quick. Like he's coming back at super pace. Made it up from the 22 right to the halfway line. Good running from him into the hands of Ross, the big number 4. Laid back nicely on numbers for the Australians. Big, that was forward, well seen. Ben Willerton, the referee, got that. And his AR, it was just a little bit forward into the hands of the big 6. Lani.
Again, Minty, you've talked about the centre, Frankie Goldsborough. He actually looks like a great player, but just unfortunately just got a little forward pass he gave. But he's a big unit and looks like he's going to get a cross advantage on it every time he gets to the
attracting
ball.
Defenders.
Correct.
He skinned a couple early on when they scored that try on the wing, and he's attracting defenders into him. And yeah, there's some talent out there. Look at these under 18s. You're looking at under 18 rugby players out here. There's this, wow, there's skill to burn, and look at the learning they've still got to do. And doing these sorts of competitions, Australia, Samoa, and the New Zealand teams getting together for this, how good?
It's outstanding, isn't it? Swan puts the ball in for the Barbars. Big scrum, and it's screwed round, and Ben Wilverton will reset for Swan to put the ball in again in scrum time here. And yeah, some big units, and I'm just looking at the size of the prop for Palmer. He's a big lad. Look at the size of the shoulders on him. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to be. Number 3, sorry, Alor. He's a big boy, but yeah, and he had the pressure on the Barbar scrum there. And they're going to reset this time for Swan to put the ball in, and it'll be interesting the Aussie line speed, how quick they'll get up on the Barbars line here and halfway, pretty much on halfway.
At the moment, everything rotating a little bit around Boyle Tiatia at second 5, but they've decided to run blind. The big number 8 gets away. Raviara. Halfback still runs blind. There's more Australian defenders than there are Barbar attackers. Lucky to get away with that. I think the turnover was on. Into the hands of 5, Fraser Brown. And there's the penalty, the turnover from the 3. Lani, great turnover from the 3 and the 9 working together. Grover
stayed on his feet, didn't he? Got
really good.
Yeah, and the ball was available for him.
Great catch.
You'd say that that's actually a mistake from Barbars not to be, you want to go to ground and the next player's got to come in and blow out the Australian players that are there. So, yeah, some good play from Australia, and the line out here just on the 10 metre, inside the 10 metre of the Barbars half. Of the Australian hooker Grenfell throws in down long, and I don't think that's straight. Well,
no one jumped for it though, KJ. No one went up, so it can just, under the rules, it can carry on. Goldsborough, good ball. Oh, Bastonwaite drops it, runs straight into the shoulder of the opposing Tasmania, but knocked forward.
Barbars were lucky there, I think, too, because that is that strength of the Australians is the winger that we talked about, Makasini. And he looks like they were getting the ball out to him, which he's going to be a threat no matter what place he is on the park.
Scrum ball.
Sun's trying to come through here, Mitty.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
We had it yesterday.
Outstanding day last couple of days, wasn't it?
Nice to have you along. Graham Minty Mead and KJ Carl Johnson bringing you the commentary from St Paul's Collegiate here in Hamilton. Sunday, FMG Stadium. 3 games down there, including the Australian-New Zealand Test match. wonderful, wonderful stuff this week of footy is. Oh, that's well forward.
It was forward pass.
Boyle Tiatia. Great spiral ball, but it just whistled forward.
Oh, and I've got a bit of a fan club down here, Minty. Got my lovely wife Rachel and the two boys Zach and Toby here giving us a wave. There you go, Minty's giving them the wave as well. They go, they're not interested in you, mate.
Good crowd in here, actually.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
Day one.
Great wee crowd. Australia, New Zealand. Doesn't get any bigger, does it?
Nah, it's great footy too, and it's 75 New Zealand rugby players that come together in this week, and they put them into teams and give them a chance. And of course, we'll talk to PJ at half time, hopefully in this game, about what talent identification for New Zealand rugby is. Good pick up, good scrum. Oh, great tackle by Fale on that big number 8.
Oh.
Australia still managed to keep it. Knocked it on though. Takai.
That is great pressure from the Barbars. As soon as Fale was through, he was right on top of the Australians, and they were just going backwards. And you always talk about the old scenario of shoveling.
Yeah.
You don't do it right.
Yeah, chucked it to someone in a worse position than yourself. But yeah, the number 8 from Australia just went a bit soon to pick it up, and he didn't have it right at his feet. And then he hesitated. Then when he did pick it up, he got a whole lot of the Micah Fale, the captain of the Barbars team. Another scrum, 14 all. We've done 23 minutes. Nice to have you along. Fantastic week of rugby we've got coming up. And, of course, on Saturday, we've got the New Zealand Women's Provincial Final. Waikato hosting Canterbury at FMG Stadium. So
Canterbury versus Waikato, mate, eh?
Big week. Good scrum from the Barbars. But now, yeah, there is the ball. It's out. Boyle Tiatia takes the first reception on the wraparound. Wide ball out to Tasmania. Puts a kick through. Gets a big bounce on it. Goes over the head of Brathwaite. He picks up. He's got a bit of trouble coming at him. He needs to know he's going to get absolutely smoked, and does.
And the ball, the way that it bounced. I mean, this is a soil field here at St Paul's here in Hamilton, and the field is pretty firm.
That was an ugly bounce.
It's a hard track. Yeah, unlucky for him, but you can kind of see the pressure that was put on from that kick. It bounce went over the top of him, and he had a lot of work to do. And then he looked up, and he had 3 red shirts in front of him. He was going nowhere, and he played safeguard and 5-metre scrum here, the Barbars.
Referee Ben Wallerton sets the scrum 5 out. Obviously grounded it back over the goal line. Winds died a little bit more, and the heat's come up a little bit, but you can see from some of the... No, we're getting good gusts of wind through here. In fact, I spoke too soon. I'll take that back. The wind solidly at the back of the Barbars.
Commentator's curse from Graham Minty Mead, eh?
Mitchell Swan with the ball for the Barbars. Good scrum from them. Wrap round inside the outside of Avi. Comes on the first receiver. Makes ground up towards the line. Pick and go. Very close to the line are the Barbars. They go again. Referee, it's not there. It's just short. Little halfback goes. He's still short.
That's only just be inches short.
That's got to be. It's still
held up.
Wallerton right there looking. Still held up. Here comes the speed ball. Tasmania with the try in the corner. 19-14 to the Barbars. Tasmania. Rios Tasmania with a great try on the wing.
What I loved about that, Minty, was that the right winger, Whanua Faraway, came in outside of the halfback and said, put an extra man into the line, so the defending Australia had to come in, and then there was a lot of pick and goes and a lot of sort of one-off runners, and then all of a sudden they had numbers outside, and Tasmania's scored a great try in the corner.
Just they went and somebody just called out. I thought they had 2 or 3 goes at the line, went really close. Good defence from Australia, but just run out of numbers when you defend that hard and that often in that many places.
Well, I think too what can happen is that quite often, teams will try and do that too many times. Or in actual fact, you have a couple of cracks. Didn't get across the line, so we go wide to where our numbers are. So yeah, good sensible rugby from the Barbars.
Piranese Boyle Tiatia, the number 12 with a kick. Across the wind. Oh, the ball's fallen off.
Oh, a shot clock. Have we got a shot clock in this?
Can't see one.
Can't see one. We've got a clock here. It's 2:30.
Referee will be taking quite a strong wind. It's really blustery here today.
I thought you said the wind was dropping.
It was, but it's really blustery.
Gusty.
Oh, that's a
it's
great kick.
Great kick.
It hooked in, 21-14.
Just inside the left-hand post. That was a good kick because also the fact that the ball had actually fallen off the kicking tee puts a bit of pressure on a kick, and you kind of always feel a little bit rushed to take your kick, but he managed to settle his nerves and put it over just inside left-hand post.
Jonty Fowler, deep kick into the teeth of this wind. Oh, the Barbars let it bounce. Now they get the run on. That was lucky to get out of there, letting a ball bounce like that. Get up and over the 13. It is Saunderson's runner, Ruathe. Turned over though. Great steal by the Australians. Just looking for numbers and people. Brathwaite, the fullback, tries to get around some defence, but gets put on the ground. Lays it nicely though. Beautifully presented. Back to the big try scorer ace. But, would you look at that, Lungy as well. We've gone back 10 metres of the tackle. Now we haven't. Straight ahead goes this, I think, outstanding number 8, Lamoto, for Australia. He makes mileage every time he runs. Numbers out here for Australia on the wing. Thomas Howard screaming for it. There was a gap out here. Goldsborough goes back in. Howard still thinks he's got a bit of a gap. They've gone the other way. Grenfell with a bit of a run. Great retention from the Australians at the moment. Ross. See, Barbar's up flat and there was a gap on the inside. The Australians nearly took advantage of that. Fale with some big tackles going in. This number 7 for Barbars. Oh, little halfback has a go. He gets up and gone. Almost got away. Ace. Big, strong number 1. Second or third carry in this moment. Good tackling from the Barbars. They've got numbers out here. Oh, great ball. Step and go. And it's got to be over. The number 2, John Grenfell, off a neat little skirt from Angus Grover. Sensational try for the Australians.
Outstanding, Minty. And the halfback there was a big pivotal player in this. Right from the halfway to get up the other end was Grover. He had a couple of little dummy passes and went himself, which also the defence had actually gone out wide. So there was a couple of little gaps, and he saw an opportunity to have a little bit of dart through, which you love halfback to do that, eh?
So far, we've had Fale, the captain of the Barbars, scored after a couple of minutes, and then Ace, the prop for Australia, scored. Then Makasini scored for Australia. And suddenly it was 14-7. Then Sanderson Ruathe scores for the Barbars, and the conversion makes it 14-all. Then we go back to Tasmania, scores in the left wing, and they convert it to 21-14. Then Grenfell, the number 2. Good try from the number 2 as well. Brings it back to 21-19 with the kick to come. 30 minutes gone. Good rugby.
40 points after 29 minutes.
Well, defence isn't high on the cards at the moment.
No, that's fair. And as we have Jonty Fowler about to take the conversion here, just outside right-hand side upright, and he comes through and puts the points over, 2 points there, so it is now 21-all after 30 minutes. So if you're listening or watching in here from Australia, you might have just tuned in. We're at St. Paul's in Hamilton, New Zealand. We're 30 minutes into the first game of the tournament with the Barbars 21, Australia under 18 21.
3 tries all. Fantastic stuff from both teams. Not high on defence, but great on attack. Boyle Tiatia with the kick. This one he keeps in field. Straight into the hands of this big number 8. Geez, I've been impressed with him. Strong, hard, straight up the middle, Lamoto. Ball's there for the Barbars, for Australia. That's a good box kick too. The last couple they bounced, they've left this one bounce too, and it's bounced out.
Yeah, interesting. A couple of the kicks of people haven't been getting in and catching it, and even the kickoff that Australia had, 5 minutes ago, where the Barbars let it bounce.
Just not sure where it's landing. They're not gauging where it is. 5 in the line out. Oh, that's a great take too. Oh, knocked backwards. So that was all right, but the lifters left him down. He didn't knock it on. He knocked it backwards. Good call from the AR. Terrible pass to the ground. Tasmania has it, cuts back. Fale, the captain, number 7 for the Barbars, is down. Hasn't moved since that last connection.
He's been busy too, Fale too. He's been made a lot of tackles so far. Yep. That's great to see the number 6 from Australia going and just check on him. That's really good sportsmanship. I love it. You know, the fact that we've got Australia, New Zealand, big battle here, and we're just checking in on our opposition player, and he's taken a few big breaths.
I think he's taken a smack in the Swede. Might be a bit of claret coming from the nozzle.
Oh, Exon Johns, boy, he'll be tough, Minty.
Big number 7, very active around the paddock. Good clearance from Australia. They're taking the ball all the way down to the 22. That last line out.
He's still down, Mikafale, but he's heading back into the back line now with a shortened line out for the Barbars.
Oh, great ball, great take. Running pill for the Australians. Lamolto again.
Isn't he?
How many carries has he had today?
Over the advantage line every time he gets the pill.
Into the hands of the big number 3, Lani. Good drive, nice presentation. Left running. Oh, threw the bullet pass into his mate, but knocked it backwards, luckily. Big wide ball out to Brathwaite. He's keen and he's eager. Oh, good little ball round the back. Oh,
Fowler.
great kick through. Look out. Oh, he's picked it up. He's going to score.
That is an outstanding piece of play from
Jonty Fowler.
Jonty Fowler kicked it through. He had to race through, secure the ball, and he was short, turn round, puts his hands over, scores the try, and that is an outstanding little bit of play there from the first 5'8" for Australia. And
they're finding gaps down the wings, that the Australians, they're finding width from speed, and it's just speed of ball.
And we talk about it that the Australians are really strong on that left-hand side, and the New Zealand Barbars right-hand defence is where they've obviously had a bit of a weakness there, and they're actually getting the ball out there every time and making yardage.
I think what they're doing is they're using their loose forwards really well. The likes of Lamoto, Robinson, and Lani, they're dragging the outside defence of the Barbars in, which is leaving gaps for these outside combinations of Goldsborough, Howard, Makasini, and that time Fowler, to find gaps around the side. So the backup play and finding those gaps by using those big, not tractors, they're probably like more bulldozers up the middle, making space and drawing in tacklers on the Barbars team.
Good phase ball, and then they're just getting out wide and
it's great rugby.
Creating opportunities, aren't they?
Great rugby.
And Fowler about to take the conversion to put 2 extra points on his try that he's just scored from the sideline.
Nice to have you along wherever you're listening in from. It's neat to be able to bring this footy. Oh, it's over. What a kick.
Into the breeze and all, and he pretty, been blowing a few big ones, I'm sure, because he had to do a little bit of work there to get the 7 points, but he's doing well, Fowler, and he's I like the looks of him.
28-21, 4 tries to 3, all converted. And we've done 34 minutes. It's 49 points on the board. Boyle Tiatia with a shorter kick this time. Taken nicely too on the second take by the big 4, Ross. He's been handy whole game. His hands have been good. Australia making some ground and mileage. The Lani, the 6, Eli Lani. Just one off at the moment from the Australians. That's not silly play at all.
No.
Tom Robinson.
It's just simple rugby, Minty, but it's very effective. Very, very effective. Here's a box kick from the halfback from Australia, and who's going to take this one? Someone needs to call for it.
Knocked backwards into the hands of the big number 3, Lani. Look at him go. Oh, throws it to his opposition, Alu. He steals it back for the Barbars. Numbers for the Barbars out here. Tasmania's going to put it on his right foot, hoping to get a foot. Oh, Brathwaite. Back there, takes the free kick, the mark, and kicks it back. Positional play of...
it's outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, the wingers for the Australians and the fullbacks been great.
Given the breeze and the position he's had to be, he's read the play very well. I've been really impressed by the 15 from Australia.
Oh, where's he come from? The big prop. Oh, he's running to Muli Ieni, who's going to say, where did you come from? He got a good flying start. Barbars have got the ball. They put it back.
Oh, pop ball. Oh, great driving tackle from Australia.
Australia's just crushing them on defence. Goldsborough with the tackle. Puts the number 3, Alu, on the ground.
I want to see the Barbars get a kick here. Oh, and it's...
Turnover. It's the number 6 or the number 8.
All Australia in the last 10 minutes.
It's that number 8 again, Lamolto.
He's been outstanding. He's a big unit. Every time he gets the ball, he is so dangerous. And again, you talked about the fact he attracts 2 defenders to him, and then all of a sudden, if he can get the ball away, they're finding space, aren't they?
And he's making space. These forwards are making space for the backs, and the Barbars, and I haven't been together long, they've got some real talent out there, but they're just getting drawn to make tackles, and they have to put 2 tacklers in there because of the size of these Australians making metres.
I just would love to see the Barbars actually kicking the ball down and using that wind a little bit more. And I guess what has been happening, the Australian back three have been working really well in the defence, and particularly Bassingthwaite. He's been a great positional play. He's been reading where the ball's going. He's and then running. And you talked about him. He's a big, tall lad, and he's been running straight and getting back to a long way back. And really, the Barbars haven't been getting the advantage.
He's not carrying a lot of weight. I'll give him that, but he's carrying a lot of speed and he's a lot of ticker.
A penalty conversion here for Fowler.
37 gone. That's a great kick into the teeth of that wind.
He hasn't missed a kick, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Outstanding from Fowler. 31-21 with 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. If you've just joined us, welcome to the St Paul's College here in Hamilton with this Australian under-18s versus New Zealand Barbars under-18 game. It's a pleasure to have you watching it today.
Boyle Tiatia with a kick-off again, comes to short side. Better kick. Number 4 again. Look at that, eh? William Ross, clean hands, places the ball nicely on the ground. Lani, the big number 6, he'll have a bit of a run. Makes some mileage. Big number 8, Raviara, has a go at getting across the top, not there. Comes another little box kick. Really getting blown back this time from Grover. Taken this time, Barbars, first time somebody's been in there and taken the pill. Good to see. Ituali, the man who went to ground and picked it up. Barbars, centre field. Good run too. That's just good driving run from the captain. Oh, charge down. Barbars have picked it up. The big number 5, Fanua. Good run up the middle of the field. Running pill. Numbers for the Australian side. All the way out on the wing. Look at him go. He's going to do it again. Oh, did he drop it? No, he got it. Makasini.
We've talked about it before, Minty. Talked about it a number of times. The strength for this Aussie team, the Australian under-18s, is their left-hand side. And Makasini is just a big lad. And there was a cutout pass. Went through 2 sets of hands, and all of a sudden they've got numbers outside, big space, too easy.
They had numbers to burn out there, and a great vision from, I think it was the 10, Fowler, who fed it wide and went straight out, right out to that wing. And they let strip Makasini like a bus down the sideline.
So what's the coach from Darren Larson from the New Zealand Barbarians, what's he going to say to his players at half-time?
I think what they've got to do is, when they're committing to the tackle, they've got to spread wide to try and get some more defence going on, because they're crushing up. They're coming in to make the gaps narrower. But bit of vision from the inside backs of this Australian side, and they're going wide.
I wouldn't mind seeing the line speed be quicker, get up in their face of the Australian back line, and so that it doesn't get out to the wingers. You want to shut it down early, because if they're carrying on like this, but the Australian under-18s will have a second half that they'll enjoy, I'm sure.
Look at that for a kick. It's going to go close. And it's over.
Fowler, outstanding.
That's across the wind. And it's blowing with a gust. He hasn't missed today at all.
Missed 38 points to 21 at halftime here, and to be fair, the last 15 minutes of this half has been all Australia, and they really have put a huge amount of pressure. And you did talk about it, Minty, with just some real simple rugby, but it's been very, very effective. And
5 tries to the Barbars and a penalty. 5 tries to Australia and a penalty. Just their football's been outstanding. It's just been really, really outstanding.
It's been simple, but it's been extremely effective, and it's been really, again, the Barbars started off with a real hiss and a roar, and there was lots of points early on, but to be fair, now that the Aussie under-18s have come back and just threw some real simple rugby.
Well, I'm going to drop the cans off, because we've got a real special guest in the commentary box now. It's PJ Williams, who is talent identification for New Zealand Rugby, and I'm going to throw the cans on him. KJ, you're going to have a talk to him about what talent identification does?
Awesome, yeah, it's great to have PJ Williams here from New Zealand Rugby. And PJ, mate, it's a real pleasure to have you come up and join us during this half-time, and really interested, mate, in the role that you perform for New Zealand Rugby, and tell us, what do you do in a day-to-day sense around your role?
Yeah, thanks, KJ. Really appreciate being here. Some good rugby there in that first stanza. Rugby. Yeah, some really good. And the talent at this age is incredible, and to give these guys opportunities to express themselves and represent their country and their province and their schools and their families really important. So I think having those opportunities to express themselves in those environments is important. And my role, to get onto your question, basically is to understand the talent pool in the sport in the country. And basically, I work for the high performance of New Zealand Rugby, which works right across schools, provinces, Super Rugby clubs, and our national teams. And my role is basically just to have an overall picture, I suppose, of the game, where the game is going, and what athletes that we're going to need or personalities that we're going to need in that system to probably ensure that the game in New Zealand continues to be at the forefront, of the world really. And traditionally we've been like that. So that's my role overall, having a real good overall picture of the game and the talent within it.
So, PJ, are you getting directives from above or from other coaches or from New Zealand Rugby at what they're wanting for the future, or where we want the game to go?
Yeah. That's a big part of it. Is we're trying to produce young men and women that can fulfil the professional game. And as you know, the professional game is pretty tough. And we've only got a very small talent pool in New Zealand in comparison to the rest of the world. And obviously through connection and what's happening in the world, teams are becoming very competitive, nations are becoming very competitive, franchises and provinces very competitive. So you've just got to be really aware of trends in the game, where it's going. And I touch base with succession plans from the All Blacks and the Sevens and the Black Ferns, etc. We know, where the areas in which the game is going, where players need to get better, trends in the game, where players are going to end up having to be in 5-10 years' time. I did an exercise the other day trying to understand the rules of the game in 2050. And where the game could change.
That'll be tough, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but there's some markers though, KJ, and for your listeners out there, and you'll all be aware, it's got to be fan-centric. So fans want a faster, more ball and play game. So rules are changing, referees are changing, shot clocks and all of this. So how does that affect the game in 10 years' time? How does it affect it in 15 years' time? And have we got the athletes that are able to sustain those game changes? So you're not only a crystal ball gazer, you're trying to produce an athlete or find an athlete or give them markers that they can get better and fulfill, professional rugby in the future.
So the first half we've seen today, what sort of things have you been looking for? Or what things have stood out for you?
Yeah, I look at the trends of the game. So what are Australia doing in that first half that's putting, our boys under a lot of pressure? It's good line speed. They're putting a lot of pressure on in the tackle, and they're executing and finishing their skills and finishing and scoring tries. The game is still about scoring tries. I don't know how many tries they've scored, but they've looked lethal. Their finishing is good, but they've created that from turnovers. There's a line out down in this corner. They went wide. That was based off a turnover. There's turnovers here. They're on the loose ball. So athletes that are big, that be able to make those defensive reads. It's all about defence nowadays. Defence creates the pressure. Your attack's got to adjust to defence. Everything's got to be based on defence. So if you take some markers from that, it might give you an indication of, athletes that you're looking for. Defence is all about movement, getting off the ground fast, lateral movement, getting nice and square, getting nice and low, and being really powerful in the tackle. So athleticism and movement, I think, is really crucial at this age.
What about a trend in the game where there's more structure and versus, I guess, when you and I were playing where it was more sort of freestyle? Where's the game going in that sort of sense?
Yeah, I think if you look at structure and unstructured play, there's still a skill set that's required to do both, right? Everything starts from structure, starts from a set piece, so you still got to be very good at your set piece. There's no getting past that. A prop's got a scrum, a lock's still got to win his line-out ball. Or you got to variations your line-out. You've still got to get over advantage line and make the team in the defensive side go backwards, and you're probably finding in this game here, Australia doing that more than the Barbarians. So there's those factors. Probably the last thing is these boys here are young in their careers. I can't predict who's going to be an All Black or a Wallaby out of this, but if we can keep these programs going, keep it wider for longer, allowing boys to showcase their skills, I think you'll find that a lot of them will have an opportunity to come through at the top end. So we try and keep it wider, try and keep it open, give all of these players opportunities, lots of opportunities to play, and then when it gets to the cream of the crop, you only need 3 All Blacks a year to sustain your program. So we start here with over 100 or 150 boys, under 19s we've got 150, under 20s we'll have the same. So out of 400 boys, you're probably looking over a cohort, 3 or 4 All Blacks. So keep it wider for longer, keep playing. You never know when your opportunity.
And a great opportunity for all these players to come and stay in a facility together as a team. To travel for some of these teams, to be coached by some, the Paul Titos and the Liam Meesums, and to have people like yourself around. Just a great development opportunity for them. But also, you want to make sure that these guys have some fun, right?
Oh, 100%, and they are having fun, right? And it's meeting mates. It's the old rugby adage, rugby provides so much off the field as it does on the field. And we provide that, and New Zealand Rugby's always been really good at that. It's about the mates that you make and all of that stuff, as you know, KJ. But for these players here, what an opportunity, and hopefully they'll go back. It rubs off on their mate who's in their first 15 next year, or the under-19 team, and he or she wants to make it, and then you get a rich pool of knowledge. But the knowledge that they're getting from this will hold them in really good stead moving forward.
It's been outstanding, PJ. Hey, thanks so much for joining us at halftime. It's great to hear your expertise and learn a bit about what you do in your role, because I've often seen you around and think, what a great job that PJ Williams has. It's been exciting to hear the directive that you do get from your employer and where the game's going to be. And I love the fact you talked about it in 50 years' time. That's great stuff, mate.
2050, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks very much, John.
Yeah, great.
Good luck with the rest of your call.
PJ Williams here from New Zealand Rugby, who is a talent identification manager for New Zealand Rugby. How good.
No changes for the Australian side at half-time, as it is 38 points to 21. Cracking game of first half footy. Just look at the Barbarians team. Just seeing if there's any changes.
Don't see anything, Minty. Same team, eh?
Catch that up in a second or so. Goldsborough, the 13, takes that well, comes in and just captures the ball for the Australians. Persisting with that blindside running, using that big number 8, Lamortor. That's a good box kick. It's gonna, taken. Good take too. The Barbars coming forward. Numbers out here if they come to the right. 14 for Ave. Fale. Been strong for a number 7, just going forward. A few of the little numbers out on the mid-pack there. Palmer, prop. Barbars running into a lot of Australian defence. Good tackle. They've stopped them right on the 22. Nice to have you along wherever you are around the world. Graham, Minty Mead and Carl KJ Johnson bringing you the commentary live from St Paul's Collegiate. Look at that. Numbers here. Ball Tiatia. Steps inside. Gives it back to his Saunderson Ruife. He's already scored 1 today. Running ball for the Barbars. Carver, the number 2.
Been very patient, haven't they, Minty?
Yeah, I think the coaches have talked to them about patience.
Yep.
Slow down. Turnover. Greensboro. And here comes the... should have kicked it.
They've been knocked forward.
Should have gone for the kick.
Yeah. Well, that was knocked on by the Barbars, so this will be a scrum back in front of the post for Australia to put the ball in. And I'm sure a few of the boys there are getting slow up off the ground and back into play, because they're... it's been, for a couple of minutes, it's been pretty full on to start off the second half, Minty.
Yeah, it has been. Look, it's a couple of problems out here. Just checking his leg.
Farve was just had a few issues with his leg, his right leg, but he's now back up in the play and ready to go. And the Australian ball right in front of their post on the 5 metre for defensive strategy here will be interesting to see. I'm sure they'll be going to kick this to get it out, away from play. Oh, good scrum from the Barbars. Big pressure, and there's the kick and charged.
Got a tap on it.
Been tapped.
Horrible bounce. Tasmania takes it at the back. Looks for a gap. Boyle Tia puts it under the hands of Sanderson's Ruafei. For Ave. Good tackle by him on the Australian defence. Numbers as they go back left. Running numbers. Quick hands. Fale out into the wing of Italy. He gets close to the line. Ball's presented nicely. Into the hooker's hands again for Carver. Australians trying to counter-ruck. Slow ball. Here we go. Easy try. Easy try.
To Sanderson, Ruafei, great play, New Zealand Barbarians, just really patient, and I think the old coach, Darren Larson, has obviously had a bit of a word to him about keeping ball in hand and just getting across the advantage line and making sure we're secure and go again. A little bit faster in their movements here, Mitty. I was quite impressed by that because in the first half they sort of would do one-off stuff and then we had a lot of turnover ball.
The neat thing they were doing, they were positive about what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they were positive about the way they went about scoring that try. They went backwards and forwards and they weren't rushing. They just took their time and looked for some gaps and they popped up.
And you made a point in the first half that that teams into the win seemed to be keeping the ball in hand and actually being more effective.
Yeah, a hell of a hard to kick into this win because the ball will just about go backwards. The Australian halfback in the first half, Grover, conversion goes over, 38-28.
Boyle Tia with conversion.
Just talking to some of the Chiefs boys, went down and visited the Samoan team yesterday and took them some gears and boots and all sorts of stuff down.
That's pretty special, isn't it?
Which is cool.
And our winger here, Fave, is down on halfway, getting a lot of strapping put onto his left ankle. Yeah, but he's up again. He's not going to want to come off, is he? This is Australia, New Zealand. You're going to want to stay there as long as you can. Kick from Fowler, kicks off, big, right down into the 22 of the Barbars, and it's a great kick back.
It's going to bounce too.
Oh, that is actually a great kick there from Tasmania, and he did well into the wind and has got his back right up onto halfway here and with Australia ball, and we're looking straight down the line. But interesting to see the Grenfell's throw into the line out.
Braithwaite, ball just beat him. It just was coming down faster than what he could get to. Ace, this big prop, the number one for Australia. Just looks the business, doesn't he? He looks like a prop.
He does look like a prop.
Over the back, turnover, ball. Fale, good ball, Tia.
Numbers.
Numbers on the wing. Ituali puts a little kick through, it's bouncing. Comes back up, been taken by Australia, back over the line. Going to be a 5-metre scrum.
Isn't it a bit interesting that
we've got an injury down here.
Left-hand side of the field has been where all the advantage has gone, both first and second half.
Joshua Takai, I think it is, it's down.
Yeah, he doesn't look too good either. Has he got a finger in the eye or something? He's holding his face.
Samoan team walking out on the far side of the field. How cool.
Pretty special in that.
How cool.
The blue of Samoan, beautiful. Love it. Love it. Pretty special for those boys to come together too, you know. Country, play for your country in another country.
So referee not stopping for the injury to Takai. The medic's out there.
Yeah. Oh, taking
throws
off the
his
headgear.
headgear. Off the back comes the big number 8. Over the
great
try goes the big number 8.
Beautiful from Raviawa. Outstanding. Rapini picks up from the back of the scrum, and that is great to see a number 8 pick and go so close to the line. Old school rugby, but something that you and I just cherish, Minty, that we see a number 8 want to pick up the ball and run with it when it's close to his line, eh?
38-33. It's been all the Barbars since half time, but crikeys, playing a different brand of football.
What was said in the shed has made a difference, isn't it?
Well, just over to your right there, you could go and ask.
What did you say, Coach? Whatever you said is masterful, and the Barbars have really come out with a lot of different, more intent in the game. It's our prop, Alu's come running off the sideline. Where's he off to? Hello, he's Obviously, the dinner didn't
Yeah.
agree with them last night.
No. He's got
You reckon there'll be a lot of nerves? Some of these boys will be very nervous, won't they?
it's a bit of wastage coming out of him.
Yeah.
Makes it back onto the field. Boyle Tiatia trying to attempt the conversion to make it 38-33. The only difference being dismissed, so it stays 38-33. Changes here coming for the Barbars side. It's like that.
Yeah, the
leg.
right ankle of Fave's come off.
A massive amount of changes coming here too. The 23. Zach Fittler about to make his gallop on, the 23.
That son
Look,
of?
yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Playing,
Zach Fittler gets on
playing
in 23.
rugby. Playing rugby for Australia.
Look at the size of him, though. Frightening.
We've said that a lot today.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
The number 8 again, the try scorer.
yeah, he's got his confidence up now.
Robbie
too,
Alder has a
hasn't
run.
he?
So Fittler looks like he's going to be a centre. Yeah, but second 5 centre, so he's come off to replace the number 12, Joshua Takai.
Oh, Tasmania, what a great pick.
Numbers for the Barbars. Boyle Tiatia with a big kick infield. Bathlenwaite in the right spot yet again.
Oh, he's got
Up
wheels,
the
hasn't
middle.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, great tackle.
Run into a lot of trouble there, though. Ball's there. They're going to recycle. Probably going to be a turn. No, Australia managed to recover it. It was almost a turnover. Upright tackle from the Barbars, but good mileage made by the big 3 Lani.
Big leg drive from Lavi.
Ace, the big prop, scored a try early on. Australia trying to find a way through. Lani, the number 6, makes a bit of mileage. Fittler gets the ball for the first time. Gets tackled for the first time. Chucks one to no one. The 2 gets back there. Grenfell, he saves the bacon at the moment. Barbara's trying to go across the top. Ball's there for them. Taken back inside the 22. Good take too, Tasmania. 22, Finn Mackay. Sorry, David Luai on the field for the Barbars on the right wing. Barbars drive up. It's getting a bit competitive now, and a turnover, not legally. Quick tap taken, and he's off. Halfback got numbers out here to the right. Nice ball into Rutledge. Butlers to Farley. Out to the replacement 22 of Luai. Nicely presented. They're going to run left again to no one. Ground ball. Tiatia picks it up. Alu, the big prop, makes a couple of metres, lays it back nicely. Barbars just taking their time at the moment. Going from ruck to ruck. Rutledge fighting and scrapping his way forward. Good defence, Australia. Big number 5. Fraser Brown has a go.
Very patient are the Barbars. Oh, it kicked through. And picked up by Bassingthwaite.
He just casually walked in. I thought he wasn't trying to get there.
He's been everywhere though, isn't he?
It's going to go back.
Kicking Fowler. Puts it play. Safe play.
Oh,
Straight at us.
duck,
Here we go.
Duck.
That's us. Ball straight at us. Great kick.
That was aimed at us, I think.
Yeah, it was too. What's been really impressive with both 15s for both teams have been outstanding. Very, very similar as in size. They've got a bit of speed and their on defence have been in great positional play.
Another change coming in too. Couple of changes coming for the Australians. Number 19 coming on, Avery Thompson. And the 17, Nicholas Hill.
Short line out here for the Barbars.
Just looking, Nicholas Hill isn't a winger by the looks. He's a good solid prop. Oh, the ball's gone scrappy. Great kick
50,
through.
22.
It's going to go close. Boyle Tiatia's back there. He's going to have to put it down. He hasn't got a choice.
Yeah, yeah. And that was the little halfback there was Angus Grover, a little kick through, and it ran all the way over. And
Sam Blank going on. I think that might be Angus Grover's last play. The 17, Nicholas Hill for Australia, and the 19 of Avery Thompson. Another replacement down here on the Barbars side, 18 of Dane Johnson, about to get his marching orders to head on to the paddock and get amongst this field. Great footy so far.
Oh,
We've done
that's-
52 minutes. It's 38-33 to Australia. Oh, knocked it
knocked
on.
on.
He was scoring that before he grabbed it.
Yeah, and
First mistake from the wonderful Lamolto. I think he's been outstanding today.
he's had a great game so far. And that's the first mistake that he's made. But to be fair, I mean, it's been a pretty fast-paced game too, Minty. So you can actually forgive him for that little mistake. But that would have really put Australia on the put the Barbars under huge amount of pressure from the Barbars.
Australians, some of them had great games. Edward Lundy, the big prop, comes off. I thought Angus Grove, a little halfback, active all day. He was really having a crack at everybody.
Yeah.
Nuggety little halfback.
In the first 5-8 Fowler.
Probably annoying, really, aren't they?
He's a halfback, Minty. He's going to be. He's like a little chihuahua, isn't he? Yapping at your ankles all day long. I'm sure the referees, their favourite position will be halfback. Pick up from the 8. Oh!
Goldsborough picks it up. Oh, what a pass!
Outside ball.
What a pass!
Thomas Howard under the
Try.
post. Oh, mistake from the Barbars, and it's
48-33. What a pick-up from the centre. Goldsborough got himself down for a big lad. Picked it up beautifully. Out the back of his hand, the pass went. And it makes it 43-33 to Australia.
Oh, mistake made, and it's costly, and that was not a time of the game where New Zealand Barbars would have wanted Australia to score there, and it's really cost them, isn't it, Minty?
Goldsborough put it out. Who took it off his outside? Was it Howard?
It was Howard, the 14, right toe
Pat
winger
Howard's son, the
Yeah,
ex-Wallaby.
Wow, there's some superstars, some son-ofs that are here. We've had, we've got Fittler, Brad Fittler's son just come on into wearing a jersey 23, Zach Fittler. And Thomas Howard there was...
Looks a bit fitter than his father currently, I think. Conversion's good. 45.
Great kicking from Fowler. He's had a good game. He's got plenty of points on his ball, on his tally there. Is old Jonty Fowler wearing the 10 shirt for Australia. 45-33 after 54 minutes.
I'm running out of score sheet, KJ. Great footy. Sensational footy. Boyle Tiatia back to halfway. We've got 16 minutes of this first game left. Holding up in the wind. That's going to be hard to take. Taken
from the Barbars.
Yeah, just held in the wind, and the
Didn't it?
Barbars chasing through it, blew back into them.
Good leg drive from Ravi Yava.
Farley,
the skipper.
backdoor ball, Tasmania. Right out wide, bounces in front.
Cut out pass on two of his
Leeway.
players. Just didn't find the hands.
It was on.
It was on.
It was on for the gap.
We talked about the 15s coming into the line, and it was awesome to see that Tasmania was up there, but the ball didn't make to hands where he really needed it to get to his right winger, and it could have been dangerous from that position. Australia throw out. Green foul from the 22. Short line out from Australia called. He's dropped it back. Offside from.
Yeah, they moved as soon as the ball was thrown. It was still on the line of touch. So the Barbarians backs encroaching inside the 10-metre line.
Ben Wolverton obviously picked that up. Would have got that from his AR as well. Fowler goes to the sideline. Wobbly old kick, but it's actually quite a long kick now. It's just gone over the 10-metre and the Barbars.
It's a good kick. Well, the wind's at their back now, and I think probably they've said, look, we've got to the front. Let's just get down their end of the paddock.
Which is a pretty sensible coaching strategy, right?
Look for the number 11 for the Australians, Makasini, who has been sensational on the left wing, coming in inside the number 10 of Jonty Fowler. Inside he's the dummy decoy, Fittler. The Barbars are enjoying that. They are giving him no room whatsoever. Shut him down before he got half a chance. Lani, the big number 6, he gets a good run forward. Out the back it goes. Ace, the big prop, taking it like he was going to do the double goosey and take off.
When you say big, you mean big with big B, big I, and big G.
Yeah, he just he's a big unit.
He's a big unit.
Good ball there for Australia. Right in front of the players though. Lani gets back there and takes it. Good cleaning up. Puts it out to this winger, Makasini. Look out. Gets put on the ground. Good tackle. Ball comes free. Barbars looking to steal. Australia looking to hang on. Ross. It's mobile number 4 for Australia. The replacement, Hill. The 17, he has a crash forward. Good retention. Lani again, second or third time in this little bit of a fray. Goldsborough on the cut. Oh, good defence to stop the big man. And they're going to nick it. No, lost it at the last minute. Hill has another go, the replacement prop. Patience from Australia at the moment. Just trying to get themselves to the line. This is close. That's going to be a try. And it's the big prop again. Ace has got a double. I don't know what that'll cost him at this level, but at our level it'll be something. So he's got 2.
And at that close to the line, there was no way they were going to stop Kingsley Ace, the big tight head prop for Australia, and he's gone over for a lovely 5-pointer for the Australian under-18s, which makes it now 50 points to 33 after 58 minutes.
Number 16 coming on for the Australians. Grenfell coming off the 2. He's had a good game too. Edward Kruger going on. I'd be actually hooking Ace now so he doesn't get a hat trick. You couldn't live without if he got a hat trick, would you?
The prop gets a hat trick. They're pretty imagine them around the dinner table tonight.
Grenfell, the number 2. He's had a really good game too.
Yes,
Done some good work out there.
Threw well under these conditions too.
Yeah,
It's been not easy for a hooker in these with this breeze.
Got himself a meat pie too, mince and cheese meat pie. Hey,
loves it.
I'd get Ace off before he gets 3. You'll never shut him up. Australians enjoying their footy out here. Great rugby from them.
Jonty Fowler about to convert the Kingsley Ace try, comes through for his kick, and looks...
He's missed one. He's human.
He is human. That was probably one of the easier ones.
His inside Angus Grove is probably going to remind him of that for the next week.
I'm sure he will with 50 points to 33 after 59 minutes, Minty, here at St Paul's College in Hamilton, New Zealand.
Changes 18 and 17. Dane Johnson and Presley McHugh coming on for the Barbars. Alu coming back to the sideline. Big game from him.
That's a great kick. It's a great kick. Oh,
taken nicely by the 4, William Ross. He's been good in the air, eh? Oh. Yeah, the referee penalised him, getting him in the air. He's coming down. Timing was almost perfect, eh? Nearly went for the ball. Just got a bit of a tangle, and of course there is no second chance on those. Jack Wiseman for the Barbars.
It's actually been the kickers have found it easy to kick off into the breeze than they have with it, and that's a big kick that hasn't found the sideline.
Tasmania.
And down to Tasmania, who returns a kick, and it's gone.
That's sort of what you'd say off the side of his foot, taken by the number 19.
Okay.
Yeah, Avery Thompson just went and demanded the catch of the ball. Placement prop, Nick Hill. Oh, he made some mileage, didn't he?
Way across the advantage line. Oh, and
try scorer Ace. Oh, sidestep, fend in and out the back. Oh, get him off. He's showing off now. What a Australia with the ball.
Certainly enjoying his rugby as a Kingsley Ace.
Raviora, another good run. The Lamoto, another good run for the Australians. Running ball out here. Goldsborough. It's like he's gone into second 5. Fittler's moved to centre. Nicely presented by the big midfielder. Australia just putting their heads down, making things work for them at the moment. Fittler cuts in, runs straight into Farley, the captain.
Wrong option.
Yeah, wrong option.
Wrong option. Should have gone to the right there.
Yeah, should have really.
4 numbers. And Fittler might have come off second best.
No, Farley might have. He's out here, he's hurt that arm again. Oh, Bathlenwaite misses a big tackle. Lays it on the ground nicely. Lani goes through the gap. Geez, he made good mileage. Loose forwards for Australia have been outstanding. Here we go again. Kingsley Ace up to the 22. Lays it back. Fittler. Step. Good step too. Ball's on the ground. Little halfback has a snipe. Sam Blank. It's all Australia at the moment. We've got 19 minutes to go. Pick and go from Lani. Oh, great footwork, great speed. He's going to score.
Yeah.
Oh, sensational from the big number 6 for Australia. Picked it up off the ground and went. Makes the 55 to 33.
And one of the things that you have mentioned quite often throughout this call, Minty, is the way that the Australian, the Lucies have really worked together, with Langley there, outstanding, and Lamoto has been massive, you know, and they're getting across the advantage line every time they have a hit up, and you know, and he's had an outstanding, you know, they work so well together as a trio.
And he gets his rest time.
I've been wrapped up here, and the place is starting to fall apart.
Oh, it's falling. A bit of plastic screening's fallen off. Lamoto comes off. Had a big game, the number 8. Good mileage, making it forward. Fowler with the kick. And he gets it over. 57-33.
57-33.
3 changes for the Barbars. 19, 20 and 23.
18 minutes to go.
Harry Law.
If my maths are correct, that is 90 points, still with 18 to go in the
Drew
game.
Berg McLean and the 23 of Jack Wiseman all on for the Barbars.
A lot of changes in the last 5 minutes. It was great to see some of these young players coming on and add some influence to the game, eh?
Paul Tiatia to put the kick up in the air. That wind's just holding it up. Big number 4 goes again, gets hit again too, eh? Same again. Your real timing thing, it's just the fact he's going up. When he's in the air, he's realised he's probably, and he's tried to pull out by turning his back, which makes it look even worse. So the referee's just sort of having a talk to the captain of the Barbars and saying, look, really need to have a talk to him about that. The kicks are great. They're contestable. They really are contestable. And it's just a really good sort of way to put the pill up in the air. But the penalty's gone to the Australians. Is it going to swing back? And not this time. Last time he never quite made the out.
Oh, I like how Ben Walton, the ref, there's actually had a chat to the captains. Hey lads, that's twice now that's happened. So, you know, they've given them plenty of, you know, time to adjust and to have to think about what they're doing at their kick-off time.
Looks like Kingsley Ace's time on the field's just about ready to go.
Oh, great pull.
Jonah Rungiwai. Out the back ball. Big 20, cleverly. Has a gallop with it. Australians got depth on the bench. 16, the replacement hooker, Kruger. Farley, the captain. Geez, he's put some tackles on some people, and he just all day long. Hill. That Prees has had hands on the ball a lot since he's come on the replacement prop.
Oh,
number 20, Luca Cleverly. He gets nailed in a big tackle.
Good hands from Ace. He's had a...
Yeah, it can't be, can it?
It is.
Ace again with hands like that. Ball's there. Australia nicely set. No, they're going to go open side. Little chip kick through. Goldsborough tasting it through. Gone straight in the hands of Tasmania, but offside from the Barbars. 21 and 16 about to come to. Bronson van der Hayden out of Rotorua. And the 21, Benji Nation, coming on for halfback.
I was surprised the ref didn't play advantage there for Australia.
No, well, see, Tasmania got the pill, so there was no real advantage. He was going to put it back to somewhere. That's just about being kicked to...
It's ended up in Frankton.
Almost down to Frankton.
Down in Seddon Park.
Replacements coming on. Here come the 2 replacements for the Barbarians. The 21 of Benji Nation comes on at halfback, and Bronson van der Hayden comes on at number 2. Replacement prop, Jonah Rangiwai. Busting to get onto the paddock, but I don't think Kingsley Ace wants to get off. No, he don't want to come off. I think he might be ignoring the coaches.
I don't reckon he's looking over this way at all, is he?
He's wanting a hat-trick, isn't he?
Isn't he?
He's wanting 3. Good take from Australia in the set drive.
Set piece from Australia.
Sitting on the left wing, just hanging, looking. Makasini, big, strong winger. Gone open. Fittler. Flick ball to the 20 of Cleverly. Fast ball too. Kruger, the hooker, on the wrap round and drives. Presented beautifully by the Australians. Barbars trying to shut it down, but good ball. They've got Australia's got it back. That's Ace again.
Mate, Ace. He's been on fire, isn't he?
And he's turned it over this time. No, yeah, it has been. It's turned over. Been stolen by the little replacement halfback. Nation.
Looking up.
Numbers. 3 on 2. Up the middle, the ball's gone to ground. Been picked up by the Barbars on the way through, though. Been retained. Good set. Good lay. Or you're going to take on 2 props. You're probably not going to get through there very carefully. Barbar's got good ball retention at the moment. They're going to go back. Oh, charge down. Hill, the big prop. Tasmania gets back there and saves it. Couple of his teammates get back there with him as well. Turnover and stolen from the wrong side, though. Penalty to the Barbarians.
He's Hill had some pace for a prop, didn't he?
Well, these props, they're playing like wingers. Somebody needs to have a talk to some of these Australians and see what's going on. They're feeding them something.
There's some
Kingsley Ace not wanting to come off. He wants a hat trick. Yep.
Notice every time I'm looking at Kingsley Ace, he ain't looking over here.
Jonah Rangawai. No, he's going to get his marching orders now.
Here he goes.
Here he comes. Yeah, look, we're stopping, and he's looking around going, nah, you're serious. You're not. You are. He is.
He's off.
He wanted 3. He was never going to shut up, but you've got him off now. It's great. Fantastic game from him today.
I know he's staying.
He's staying. Oh, is he? Oh, he's going to go the other side. He's disgusted at being pulled off. What a player. He's had a cracking game.
He's a cracker.
Geez, when he gets big, he's going to be a massive prop, isn't he?
And to be fair, as a replacement, Jonah Rangawai is he's
Not
a bigger
much smaller.
lad. He's a bigger lad.
Oh, terrible ball from the Barbars, just placing their halfback under all sorts of problems. Australia pouring on the power. We've got 12 minutes to go. It's 57-33. Minty and KJ bringing the commentary from the centre of Hamilton St Paul's Collegiate on what it's going to be a festival of under-18 footy in the next a week or so. Didn't go out. Taken. Good take too. Numbers. Braithwaite. Look at him go through the gap. No, should have passed it. Hung on. He's there. Oh, intercept. Boyle Tiatia. He's got the wheels. Goldsborough. He's got the wheels.
He's got the wheels all the way.
He's going to run him out. Goldsborough hasn't given up, and he's going to score. And he makes it 57-38.
38. Whew,
and his brother's the hooker for the Waikato NPC side. He don't run that fast.
No, he doesn't. Intercept there, and he had about 70 metres or 65 metres to score there, and he's come away with a well-needed 5 points.
I've officially run out of scoring sheet. You've done nothing all game.
I know.
You've still got an empty sheet.
Saving it for you.
Oh, really? Kick to come from Boyle Tiatia to attempt to convert his own try.
Yeah, and that was really needed for the Barbars here with still 11 minutes to go at 57-38. If Australia had scored another point, I mean, they've got a tough battle on them to catch up now. But boys, Tiatia scores 5 points for desperately needed 5 points for the Barbars.
Finn Mackay's going to get on his running orders. Here he is. Look, he's made his way around. Kingsley Ace. He's been and seen everybody from Australia on the far side, and he's come around here. I can't believe he didn't get 3. He was looking for 3 tries all day long.
Boy, Tiatia about to convert his own try from about 8 metres in from the right-hand sideline. That looks great. That's a good kick with the wind. He kept it low. He kept it out of the wind and gets an extra 2 points add to the score sheet. 57-40. You run out of room on that score sheet there, Minty.
Well, because you haven't been doing any scores.
I started.
This will be the first time in my commentating career of about 20 years I've run out of time. The 10 comes off. He's had a great game too, Angus Grover. Very, very consistent at 10.
Replaced by number 22, Finn Mackay.
Grover's done a great job of just marshalling the Australians around the paddock and putting the things in the right place at the right time.
Right on halfway here for a throw, for line-out throw for Australia. This replacement hooker, Edward Kruger, is on here to have a throw.
Remember, after this game, New Zealand schools are playing Samoa. It's the next game at 4 o'clock. Back on the same stream, and again we're there on Sunday down at FMG Stadium. 3 games, including Australia and New Zealand. Off the top, Farley in centre field by G. He's done some defence out there. The 22 of Luai turns the ball over to. They get away. Jack Wiseman for the Barbars with a turnover. They then knocked it on. Unlucky, eh? He got everything. The steal and the turnover and just the late knock on. 8 to go.
I want to see the Barbars to come back here. I mean, we're probably going to struggle to 17 points behind the Australians, but if they can at least finish
anything's
strong.
possible.
Oh, this is true. I mean, we've had 97 points in 72 minutes of rugby.
It was half time was what, 38-21.
Yeah.
So there was 17 points at half
And
time.
given the conditions was pretty tough with that, really strong breezes. It's still blowing a few gusts here from the northeast here at St Paul's College in Hamilton.
Be interested to see how New Zealand schools go next against Samoa, because on Sunday it's Australia versus New Zealand schools. That's going to be a real sort of a guide to what's going to happen.
A ding-dong battle, that one, isn't it?
And going to be a cracking game of footy at, what time is it? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock at FMG on Sunday. 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the 3 games. All streamed live here on the same place with NZRFU. Great to have you along. Thanks to Adidas for what they've done to get everybody here. And of course, Waikato Rugby with SBI and me and KJ being allowed the privilege of coming and doing commentary here.
The honour.
Well, it is. This is cool footy, eh? When you love rugby, isn't this the best job in the world?
Yeah, I've actually taken annual leave from a job to come and do this, mate.
Yeah. My wife's still at the airport waiting for me.
You don't need John Calder to help you out again, do you?
No, probably. Knock on from Australia from the line out.
While we're thanking people, I do want to just make note again of the ball kids who do an awesome job again. The school holidays and down here, we're watching this rugby. Oliver Bowe, Levi Rayner, Nixon Vett, Cooper Silverton, and Cooper Connigan. Thanks guys for doing a wonderful job, and we really appreciate what you do for our
they run up and down the sideline. They get the ball. It's a pretty thankless task, but they love it. They're good at it.
They do love it, don't they?
They do indeed. There's the New Zealand team out the back warming up for their game that's coming up in just over half an hour. We've got
plenty of rugby on.
6 minutes left here. Big scrum, Australia. Tasmania, a little chip kick through. It's going to find grass too. No, it's not. Oh, taken through the gap. Bathenwaite on the inside. Behind Makasini. That was going to be his third. He gives him the teapot.
And boy, Tia's down.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look too good, to be fair.
He's had a pretty solid bounce on the ground.
Yeah, it is pretty hard out there at this field here at St Paul's College in Hamilton.
Makasini wanted the ball back from Finn Mackay. It was on. Bathenwaite, man, he hit that ball hard and fast.
Yeah.
Attacked the pill. Good take in the centre by the 5. Fraser Brown. Good drive, Barbars. Look at that.
Great drive.
That's how you make some metres up the ground. And a turnover. No, this didn't protect the ball, and Australia just came in and picked it up. Through goes the 20. Drew Luca cleverly. Oh, ball nearly knocked on. Turnover. Replacement hook and Bronson van der Hayden from Rotorua. Left wing running, but lots of Australian defence out there. The Hail Mary ball inside as Barbars have picked it up. Little halfback has a snipe. Benji Nation, but he gets monstered.
Turned over. Australia
been
gained
stolen.
the ball. Yep.
Yeah, the big prop.
He only going one way, and that is straight.
Jonah Rangiwai.
Offside.
Straight up the middle. Numbers Lunny. Bathenwaite got smoked twice. Lays it back. We'll go back for the penalty, says referee Willerton. You got 4 minutes to go. Big number 8. Penny. Raviara.
Exciting rugby, Minty.
He's got cramp. Get some help out from...
what do we need? Some pickle juice.
Yeah.
Pickle juice for the cramp, isn't it? There we go.
That's not pickle juice.
No, that's not.
Macassini. Only the league players use pickle juice, don't they?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no. Again, though, great to see an Australian opposition player helping out his mate here, eh? There's a bit of a hobble.
Boots off.
Boots off. Great sportsmanship from the left winger, Itiale. Outstanding, mate. Love it. Great sportsmanship. Can't beat it. Oop.
Taken and driven by the Barbars.
A lot of hands here.
Numbers.
Cuts back in.
Oh, speed. Crikeys. Heaps of speed. Sanderson Roy, and a penalty over the top from Australia.
Fast ball needed. Tap
Yep,
and go.
tap and go.
Oh, too slow. We can go to the sideline here.
Oh, big ass to get the
Tasmania.
kick out, isn't it?
It's a big kick. And that is a massive kick into the wind.
Yeah.
Down to within about 9 metres of the Australian try line, but that's a good kick from Tasmania.
It's a great kick.
Isn't it, into this breeze?
Just mileage.
Because he's had a busy game too, as Tasmania at fullback.
Running at first 5 now. By the looks, first receiver and behind the 21. Benji Nation. 3 to go. Barbars.
What have they
17
got to
points
finish
down.
off?
The take and the drive.
Set piece.
Yeah, no one went up from Australia, so the Barbars can set and drive. Going to
What's
be
that
hard
doing?
to stop this.
Keep the momentum going.
Ball at the back. It's on the back of the train station.
Well, here it
Second
is.
go. Get onside. They've
Oh, he's
got to go.
offside. That's
Try.
a great try.
Try, Barbars.
Yeah.
That's just good skill, eh? Grab the pill, set it up, drive over the line. Who's coming up with it? Anyone's guess.
Who has come up with it? Not sure. But I tell you what, there's a couple of pretty, some Max Sexton and the Greg Feeks, the coaching staff here with the New Zealand Barbars. I'll be pretty impressed as ex-forward players to see good set-piece play like that and take 5 points for the Barbars, eh?
57 points to 40. 45. 12 points in it. Kick to
That
come.
was really good to see again. Just simple set-piece.
Yeah.
Take the ball, got the maul going, keep driving, keep working it. Great stuff. And into this 1-2.
It was just a good set. It really
Wasn't
was
it?
a good take.
I
The
love
Australians
it.
didn't compete. And it was just a really, really good set.
Boy, Tia to convert, comes in for his kick. Fittler was through and that's
Great
a
kick.
really good goal kicking today under pretty difficult conditions, and it's great to see some young kickers because again another skill that at international rugby we good goal kickers are worth a lot of points at international rugby level, right?
10 in it.
Great comeback.
Half a
from
minute to go
Barbara.
or so. Maybe a little bit more. Not the official timekeepers, but we're close. That's a long kick down. Taken.
What's he gonna do?
Boyle Tia takes
Yeah,
it.
you've got to have a crack from here, don't you? Last minute
He's
of the
going to
game.
run straight into a line of gold defence. Got great
Whoa,
outside ball. Numbers.
numbers.
Yes. Good pass. Good wheels. Good wing. Kicked infield. It's going to bounce. Breath and weight there again. Geez, he's been everywhere at the right place at the right time, the fullback.
Hasn't he? He has been.
And in through the
breakthrough.
middle, Lani. The number 6 gets away. Puts it outside. Ball's gone to ground, knocked on. Wow.
Woo, razzle dazzle rugby at its best from these young fellas. Love it.
Blindside flanker for Australia's been right on fire today. Like, there've been some great players on both sides. You just look through the teams and say everyone's just left nothing in the tank. It's all out there.
Which is good to see, and it's been a really exciting game with of 80 minutes as the clock's pretty close to full time. So 20 seconds remaining.
About 20
Ricky.
seconds to go.
So you've got to keep ball in hand here, Barbars.
Yeah, they'll be wanting to run. They'll be wanting to score just for the sheer fact of getting one there.
Let's see the number 8 pick up and go, eh?
Oh, I know he's just coming back from cramp. He's only just made it back to the scrum.
Oh, it's a big scrum from
been
Australia.
Smacked, but they
Oh, good
play on.
hands.
Good break through the gap from Wiseman.
He's been impressive, was Wiseman.
He just come on. He's
been
got
looking
quite
for
active.
the ball. Yeah, he's been looking for action. I love it.
Gone hunting.
Oh, good leg drive. Good leg drive. Keep that on. Slow ball for the halfback. Just needed to be quicker.
Numbers out to the left again. Ball's gone to
It's
ground.
forward.
Turnover Australia. They're going to have another go. The 14. Thomas Howard. They got numbers to burn out here to the left. If somebody picks it and says we're going to go this way. No, the halfback said it's got kicked, knocked forward. We've still got it for Australia. Oh, big prop gets a rung. Rung it away. Head down going. Still numbers out here for Australia if they spin. Winger out on this side, Makasini, is hanging along, and the referee says, I think that's it. He said today it is all. It is 57-47 to the Australians over the Barbarians. Great game of footy. First one in a number of 7 over the next week. First one here at St Paul's today. KJ, if this is what New Zealand and Australian rugby's got to look forward to in the next years, we're in a good place.
Isn't it?
We're in a really good place.
Action-packed, some great skills shown from both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of impressive players, Minty, from you would have been who?
Well, you can't go past Kingsley Ace. You're never going to hear the end of it, but the prop, it was huge. He was everywhere around the paddock. Yeah, the number 6, Eli Lange was again, and again, the Angus Grover, Jonty Fowler, the 9-10 sort of around the park were really good. New Zealand guys, like you looked at it all day long, the captain, Mika Fale, was just there. He was hitting, tackling and doing everything he could do and wanted to do. It was just absolutely awesome. Muli Aina at first 5, Tasmania at fullback. You know, there's some great footy players out there.
Yeah, well, and
sensational footy players.
And Ben Wolverton refereed the game well and let it flow. It was, there wasn't a lot of scrum, there wasn't a lot of resets. It was awesome to see.
And there's his wife, Larissa Wolverton. She's also a rugby referee, just coming onto the paddock with her little one.
Oh, fantastic, eh?
Her father was a New Zealand stock car speedway champion.
Really? Yeah, outstanding from you,
Royden Collingwood down in Stratford near Plymouth. Of course, I believe the Australians are being driven around in a bus by Dave Roygard, the father of Cam Roygard. He's just about to make, Cam Roygard.
Dave Roygard.
The Dave Roygard, yes, driving the bus. But, yeah, Australians coming back. Been a great game of footy. The next one we're going to have is at 4 o'clock today. That is going to be New Zealand schools versus Samoa schools. If it's anything to go by of what we've just seen, it's a fantastic game of footy, fantastic game of rugby. We have to shut off now for a few minutes, and we'll be back at about 10 to 4 with the second game so they can download some videos, get them to the teams, and we can head from there.
Outstanding, Minty. Really enjoyed that game. It was a great start to the
1 of 7.
1 of 7. Brilliant stuff, eh? And
Nice.
thanks to Waikato Rugby Union for having us.
Yep.